Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai SATCHARITRA, An Insight. Episode 86. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnuhu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We have been listening to the philosophical significance expounded by Hemat Panji in chapter 19 of Sri Sai SATCHARITRA. Now, he continues to narrate the most enthralling story that was told to him by Shama, which comprises of the response of Baba to the plea of Shama regarding the old lady Radhabai Deshmukh and how Baba blessed her and made her change her mind. Baba was delighted heeding to the words of Shama that revealed the earningness, determination, and loving devotion of Radhabai Deshmukh. Baba's heart was filled with compassion for her and immediately instructed Shama to bring her to Dwarakamai. The old lady came and sat in the presence of Baba. Baba unlocked his loving heart, and in a loving tone, the words spilled from his mouth as divine nectar. Baba said, "Mother, why have you vowed to not eat or drink? Why are you subjecting your body to tortures and staking your life by fasting? Let me narrate my own story. You are my own mother, so please heed to my words carefully, and that will do good to you. I am an ordinary fakir who lives on alms begging door to door. Hence, mother, take pity on me and listen to my words, as that will benefit you. I had a guru who was a great awliya, an ocean of kindness, and he was the most merciful. It is indeed a rare blessing to get such an awliya as a guru. I served him long, very long, as much as I could. Yet he would not blow any mantras into my ears. But he was compassion incarnate. I too had a great longing to receive a mantra from his lips. I resolved never to leave him but to stay with and serve him. Still, he never gave any mantra. I resorted at the feet of my Guru for 12 years. He brought me up from childhood. There was never a dearth of food and clothing. He loved me the most. How can I describe his glory? It is a great fortune to have a guru like him. Sri Sainath Maharaj venerates his guru and is ever immersed in his thoughts. Devotees might have observed that Baba mentioned his guru as Auliya, and you might wonder who his guru would be. Nobody knows if Baba really had a guru. There are many assumptions that his guru could be Venkusa or Roshan Mia, as Baba has used these names while talking about his guru at various circumstances to different devotees. Again, there is no clear evidence on this as well, and these are based on the information gathered and not centered on any proof or never confirmed by Baba. Baba continues to speak about his Guru to Radhabai Deshmukh thus. In the beginning, he had my head shaved and asked for only 2 paise, which I gave immediately. My Guru is a Purna Kaman, which means the one who has no desires to fulfill. These copper coins have no value for him. Mother, you may think, then why did he ask for 2 paise? And how could a guru who has taken money from a disciple be called a desireless one? Please never cultivate such doubts about my Guru. He was my sole refuge. When I looked at him, he seemed as if he was in deep meditation. Night and day I gazed at him with no thought of hunger and thirst. We both were in bliss. Just as a stone and a gem, if both are rubbed against a grindstone, both shine. But a stone is a stone and a gem after all, a lustrous and precious stone. Both undergo the same process of polishing. But can a stone shine like a gem? A gem may become a luminous diamond, but the stone will remain the same, only it will become a little smoother. I cannot describe the blissful joy that I attained in his presence. Without him, I felt restless. I had no other object to meditate, nor any other thing than my Guru to attend. How can such a Guru care for these 2 coins? What had he to do with them? His 2 paise were firm faith and patience or perseverance. My mind was always fixed on him. This was 1 paise dakshana. I waited patiently for 12 long years and served him with utmost love and devotion. This is Saburi. Saburi will ferry you across the sea of this mundane existence, and it also removes all sins and afflictions. This is considered as the mine of virtues. Similarly, unswerving faith with patience is essential to cast aside all fears, as that will grant you success. This is the nature of Saburi, that it puts Shraddha to extreme test. When difficulties come our way, we are overcome with doubts and we start questioning the wisdom and justice of divine will. We who consider as the children of Baba and deserve of all the good things of life suddenly become rude and restless when things start to turn otherwise. When problems look like dark clouds and unending, Saburi deserts us. Sorrow and difficulties come to help us shed and burn the remnants of our grosser material egos and progress spiritually. Saburi, that is patience, is therefore a prerequisite to help us navigate in this period of transition. Only staunch faith and patience can help withstand the onslaught of unrelenting hardship. We have heard many Leelas in Sri Sai SATCHARITRA that depicts the above truth. In fact, all religions extol the virtue of patience. The Bible tells of the inspiring story of the patience of Job. Job was a blameless, wealthy man with many children and good social standing. But overnight, he became a pauper, and his 10 children, who were his pride and joy, died one by one. His troubles did not end there. He was visited by severe physical afflictions, but he endured and accepted the will of God. He had some moments of doubt, but all the time he could get glimpses of God's grace shining through even during the darkest hours. He bore his losses stoically and said, "The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh. Blessed be the name of the Lord." He withstood the many trials and tribulations with grace and fortitude, and ultimately God was pleased and rewarded him and restored his fortunes many times over. Job also lived to see more children and many generations of his children. Job has become a byword of patience and stands as a shining model of endurance. Sainath Maharaj glorifies these two qualities, and he exemplifies saburi by comparing it to manliness in man, and he says it is a concert of good thought. Courage is itself patience. O women, never let it leave you. In times of difficulties, it will stand you in good stead. The valor of a human being lies in being patient. Patience is a mine of virtues. She is the queen of pious thinking. A human being without patience becomes miserable. He may be a scholar or a virtuous person, but life without it is futile. Sainath Maharaj says the Guru is very powerful. He expects only wisdom from his disciple, firm faith, lots of courage, and patience at the feet of the Guru. Hence, devotees, Shraddha and Saburi, are considered as twin sisters. Both these attributes will help you to attain the goal of life, and these are the cardinal principles of Sai Path. Sainath Maharaj has mentioned that he did tapas at the feet of his Guru for continuous 12 years with one pointed devotion. Let's listen to what Sanatana Dharma has to say about the significance of this number 12. Guru, that is planet Jupiter, takes 12 years time to go around Sun. So, it takes 12 years to complete 12 zodiac signs. Devotees may recall when Baba appeared as a young lad of 16 in Shirdi at the foot of the neem tree. One day it so happened that God Kandoba possessed the body of some devotee, and people began to ask him, "Deva, you please inquire what blessed father's son is this lad, and whence did he come?" God Kandoba asked them to dig in a place. When dug bricks were found underneath a flat stone. When the stone was removed, a corridor led to a cellar where many divine articles were found. And Kandoba said that this lad practiced penance here for 12 years. So, number 12 is mentioned here again. 12 Jyotirlingas are mentioned in Shiva Purana, Shatarudra Samhita. Ashtavakra says 12 months compose the year. 12 letters go to the composition of a foot of the meter called Jagati. 12 are the minor sacrifices, and 12, according to the scholars, is the number of the Adityas. Devotees, we can also connect this thought to the life of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. We have read in the Gospel that he was engaged in the disciplines of various faiths and doctrines for 12 long years continually. We might perhaps argue, if the Gurus are Parabrahman incarnate, then why do they do sadhana again? The aim of the Guru's sadhana was not the attainment of peace only in his own life. The Divine Mother made him assume a body for the betterment of the world. Hence, the Master had to be acquainted with the sadhanas of all religions and their goal, so that he might be able to become a true spiritual teacher. Also, by producing in a natural way in the life of this unlettered person Through his practices, the spiritual states recorded in the scriptures, the Divine Mother proved to the modern age the truth of the Vedas, the Bible, the Puranas, the Quran, and all other religious scriptures. An aspirant can dispel his doubts completely and endows into infinite peace when he compares the three, namely the truth taught by his Guru, the experiences of the ancient race of sadhakas recorded in the scriptures, and those realized by himself, and finds them identical. Hence, the Guru practiced sadhana not for himself but for others. Sri Sainath Maharaj always encouraged good thoughts and liked prayers and cries to God better than anything else. Devotees might recall that he took the side of the Rohila when villagers complained of his nuisance and asked them to wait and suffer it for some days, as that would abate in due course. Similarly, once Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa regretfully said, "People shed floods of tears at the death of their wives, children, and the like, or at the loss of worldly possessions, but who do so because they have not realized God. Yet they say, we called on him so much and still he did not show himself. Let them but once weep for God with such eagerness, and let me see whether he keeps himself back without revealing himself." This gives us an assurance that only because he has experienced this personally and had found them true early in his life, he could vouchsafe the same practice to the aspirants. Much is unknown about Baba's origin and life. He is revered by both Hindu and Muslim devotees as an embodiment of self-realization and perfection. He walked on earth as an unpredictable mendicant who practiced the customs of both religions. Baba believed in the awakening of mankind through message of love and righteousness wherever they came from. There isn't any reliable information about his parentage. Baba was not born as an ordinary mortal. It deserves to be mentioned here the views of Swami Sai Sharananandji that Baba was born Ioniya, which literally means not born from a mother's womb. No person, however closely associated with Baba, expressed clearly and correctly in this regard. Upasani Baba composed a prayer of him in praise of Baba, the 8th verse of which reads as, "Sai Baba is the unborn, the veritable Brahman," which means that Baba was not born and that Baba was Almighty God. Sri Sainath Maharaj, when asked, his only reply was, "Brahma is my father, Maya is my mother, and this universe is my house." No conflict of opinion exists, however, as to his being an extraordinary incarnation of God. At one stage, Baba said, "I am your servant's servant." Next said, "I am a servant of Allah," and again said, "I am He." Human intellect fails to understand these statements. Baba had intimate knowledge of the Gita, but also recited the chapters of Quran in the company of Muslims. He had mastery over many languages, and how he acquired them was shrouded in mystery. Baba himself once told to Dashkanu Maharaj that he was Haq, Almighty God, and having been convinced about this, Dashkanu, while performing kirtans, was extolling Baba as embodiment of God. To conclude, we as children of Sai need to remember and imbibe the core of Baba's spiritual philosophy, which is based on Shraddha, faith, and Saburi, patience. Baba continues to talk to Radhabai Deshmukh about the spiritual practices that he embarked under the guidance of his Guru. We shall continue to listen to those divine discourses expelled by Baba to the old lady in the coming episode. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.